All right. So, like, who was Florence Bisley?
Floris, one of my YouTuber friends who also likes anime. Anyways, hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Flying Man Bat, or the creator of Anime Explain. Last time Anime Explain was named for something different. This time Anime Explain is a podcast. And I'm joined by...
Wes the Gunslinger.
Uh, so for this podcast thing, I was thinking I like anime, I like talking about anime with my friends, and I like anime subjects.
Well, of course.
And so that's why I created this place. I'm going to deck it out with a bunch of anime stuff. But in our first episode, I just have Infamous apparently with me. And what we're going to be talking about is one of my all-time favorite animes. Hopefully you've seen this, Infamous. It's called Trigun.
Well, yes, I have seen clips of it, though I haven't formally watched it myself. Though it looks really cool and badass.
Oh, Trigun is really cool. So Trigun is about this man who's named Vash the Stampede. Vash the Stampede is also known as the Humanoid Typhoon, who has destroyed many cities, but that's all because he's not entirely human. He's not human at all, to be exact. But that's a spoiler, and I won't get into that much because all the little people who are fan people will probably get upset at me.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're trying to keep this as spoiler-free as we possibly can.
But I will say this, Vash the Stampede is one of the most badass people in the world.
Well, aside from Guts from Berserk, but we'll get into that one another time, I think.
Ooh, actually, now this is a podcast. I'm not going to do any editing, so let's talk about any anime that we want to. I just brought up the subject today of Vash the Stampede because he is amazing. But let's also talk about Guts. He has a very tragic backstory, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. I mean, like, but then, though I can really tell that it is definitely not easy having all your friends being murdered by demons
And raped. Don't forget raped.
All but one, though the last one was raped.
Yeah.
And
Wasn't he born from
also
his dead
kind of
mother's
costing
corpse?
Guts his own arm.
Wasn't he born from his mother's corpse that was hung from a tree?
The very same one.
Oh, I'm gonna totally... Okay, me, reminder of myself. Put an image of that up there. I'm just joking, don't do that. That is sick. We don't want anybody having...
Yeah,
upset
no,
stomachs.
we don't want anyone throwing up all over their keyboards or such.
Yeah. It is a very tragic backstory, though, isn't it?
I say very much true, and also this went even further. I mean, like, after he was born, he had something of a hard life in the previous mercenaries camp he was in before he was a freelance mercenary.
Yeah, he was raped.
Ooh.
That's just one of the few things that's not even that bad that happened to him.
And also ended up killing his mentor in self-defense.
Oh yeah, also that. Guts had a pretty hard life. I mean, if you ever check out Death Battle, they're not sponsoring me. Screw Attack is not sponsoring me. I just love them so much. Death Battle, they have this Death Battle of Guts versus... Who was it again?
Nightmare. Guts versus Nightmare.
Guts versus Nightmare.
I mean, like, now a vast majority of Guts' backstory and also all his skills and weapons are also explained there.
Yeah, but we're just talking about how we think they are. Like Guts' sword.
A Dragon Slayer.
It is
thick
huge
and heavy. But to lightly put it, way too big to be used as a sword. More like a heap of raw fucking iron.
That's what they say in Death Battle, isn't it?
And in the anime, and the manga, I think.
You know who else has a big sword? Cloud Strife.
Yeah. I
That
mean, like,
Buster Sword. I
oh
mean, for
dear.
serious. That Buster Sword.
You ain't even lying.
Yeah. It is like a huge, big. It's like killed Virgil, I think.
No, 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 oh, no, you're talking about the other guy.
Yeah, I'm talking about the other guy. But Cloud Strife's sword, the Buster Sword, he picked it up from Frank someone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I only know a bit about Final Fantasy. I'm not a fan of it personally, but that's only because I played one game of it and I instantly hated it. I forgot the
Uh,
game.
and what caused this, I wonder?
It was just terrible gameplay and terrible everything. But we're not talking about games right now because that's on our other channel. We're talking
Right.
about anime. So, aside from the gameplay, doesn't Final Fantasy have like manga and anime?
I think it does. Yeah, I mean, like it had like quite a few like so spin-off animated CGI animated films,
I don't
but
know if this is good to
also
talk
again,
about, but I think at one point in time, Marvel was anime. Like Deadpool, Wolverine, all those people were anime at one point.
yeah. I mean, like
I'm
an
gonna put a
anime
picture up
type
there.
studio did actually take up some of the Marvel superheroes, so that most commonly the X-Men, put them in anime form.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a picture up there so you guys can see it. But I really like the uh, anime Marvel universe thing. It's kind of cool.
Yes, yeah, no, I mean, like, now, of course, the one scene that does come to mind but then, when Marvel anime does come on up is that one scene where Wolverine goes into his signature Berserker rage.
Also, another thing on Death Battle. Check it out, I guess. I am
Yeah,
just really loving Death Battle. It has so many cool things.
indeed it is, man. Indeed it is.
Like you can, okay, it has some of your favorite anime people on there, like Natsu versus Ace. Ace from Natsu from Fairy Tail and Ace from One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
And
talk
and
about Fairy Tale for a
and
second. I know a lot of
okay. I mean,
people
like,
do not like Fairy
and
Tail.
also, just so you know, I have not watched this anime either. Though I have watched clips of it on Death Battle.
I do not know why people don't like Fairy Tail. It's one of the only anime that actually makes me feel something. It sends tingles down my spine.
Oh, I
One
just
Piece
bet
is
it
good.
does.
There is like so many anime in this world.
It, it,
Devil
it,
is a
it really is.
part-timer is hilarious.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then there's One Punch Man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, and also every time he defeats an enemy in one punch, he always gets saddened and frustrated with himself.
Yeah. It's kind of funny to watch. You know what? You know what I hope to find as an
Well,
anime?
then that's also to be expected. When your one fist has the power of 10 million frickin' nuclear warheads.
Yeah. Oh, here's something that I know you probably that I know you love. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, Lord, yes.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh.
An entirety of the first season, and also future seasons of the other series, I am planning on getting in the future.
Yeah, it,
I mean, like, I do kid you not, the first Yu-Gi-Oh series was an essential part of my childhood.
Yu-Gi-Oh was great. Then it turned into something very disastrous.
Yeah. I mean, like, very much so. I mean, like,
And speaking of things,
I do very much enjoy how they improved things in season two from season one. How the cards work there and not requiring. Anyway, I'm just rambling on. Keep
yeah,
going, Mad.
and to go on the subject of things that have been ruined in the future, Teen Titans.
Oh no.
That was the best anime on Cartoon Network, and then they had to ruin it with Teen Titans Go, which is
Oh, for fucking fuck's sake.
I am going to bleep you.
Do not even get me fucking started on
Hey,
fucking
stop saying
Teen
the F word
Titans
so
Go,
much.
alright?
We have people who don't like that.
Oh, sorry. I mean, like,
Also, YouTube.
I know, I'm not supposed to be cussing as much in this podcast, but like, like when you mention, when you mention the Teen Titans Go version of Teen Titans, but just the fury of the Titans just takes place in me.
Uh, I love Teen Titans personally. It was amazing. But
I
then
know,
they
right?
ruined
And
it.
also another part of my childhood there. Then Teen Titans Go came along.
Yeah.
The disastrous hellspawn of the original Teen Titans.
Yeah.
I
You
do
know,
not know why this stuff is even remotely good for kids.
I don't either. They don't even. They're just annoying. Anyways, back on the subject of anime. What is your favorite?
Oh, that is a really good question because, like, I have had like several good favorites of mine, which I have watched over the years, of which like Berserk being one, Akame ga Kill is also another one, and then there's also High School of the Dead. But just naming a few from my top picks of anime.
Yeah, I can instantly say mine because mine's Dragon Ball. It may be
Obvious.
mainstream, but I love Dragon Ball. Okay.
Okay, then like also how about Cowboy Bebop?
Never watched it.
Or have you ever? Oh, okay. Like I was going to say, I too have only watched clips of this, but it looks really good.
What should be our logo?
Who knows? But like maybe something a little bit different than Venge supplied in the corner there.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone can see what I got there. It's from the original Game Over Spades thing from our from our episodes that we've recorded with Infamous.
Yeah.
Since Infamous is one of the founding fathers of Anime Explain, it's just natural to have that picture there for. But we need an
very
awesome
true.
logo.
You're not wrong, man.
You know what I hope to find as an anime? I don't know if it is. I don't know if it isn't. It's Till Death Do Us Part. It's about a blind swordsman and a little girl who can predict the future, fighting a bunch of
I've never
people.
seen that one.
I've read it. I have books 1, 2, and 3.
I've gotcha.
I got another thing.
Yeah.
Why are all the strongest people brunettes who are tall and not of Japanese origins?
I'm betting that has to be something of a question that has been asked through time and time again, Matt.
I know, like Bleach's, what was his... freaking heck. I forgot his name. It was,
You mean like a Blondie?
No, it wasn't Blondie. It was from Bleach, and it was,
I know, that's who I was talking about.
No, it's not Blondie.
All right. You know what? I'm actually going to look up this one guy because I know he was in one of the final episodes of this season's Death Battles.
No, he's not. It's in Bleach, man. It's the Mexican guy with the arms, with those humongous arms.
Like okay. For a second there, I thought you was talking about Ichigo.
Ichigo Kurosaki? No, he's a redhead, man. He's not Blondie. He's strawberry.
He looks strong. You know what? That's almost the same color as my hair.
Yeah. Ichigo is strong, but Chad! His name was Chad! I'm a total dumbass. Sorry about that. I'm drinking Diet Pepsi as we're doing this.
Yeah, well.
I'm not sponsored at all. Though, some point, I would like to be sponsored in my life.
Nah, well. But maybe something to put in with those streams.
Hint, hint, Verve. Hint, hint, Diet Pepsi. Anime Explained would love to be sponsored by anybody who does anime stuff. Crunchyroll, Verve, anything. Honestly, I am planning on making my own manga, it's an online manga.
And indeed, I think you have mentioned this over the course of...
Yeah, you're in it. It's called the Recon Squad.
Yeah, that one.
It doesn't have traditional manga style art, but it looks really amazing, in my opinion, what I've drawn so far for it. Well, I am not an artist, but I did some concept art for what I want my characters to look like.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. But there are a lot of stuff that is yeah,
how it really is.
I've lost my train of thought here. So we are going to be making a web manga, basically. It's going to be called the Recon Squad.
Yeah, there you go. Back on track.
And it's going to be about a bunch of assassins for hire at first. And then they're just going to be going into this stage of where they're trying to defeat the organization of people who have done stuff. I'm not going to spoil anything. You are going to have to read it when it comes out. Which is not a defined a time or anything, because I don't have an artist. I'm the writer. I do all the scripts, and I'm a phenomenal writer, but...
I bet you are too.
I do not have an artist, which kind of sucks.
Very much true, especially considering that I'm also on the writer scale and not the artist scale. So, if there's anybody of our subscriber base who is willing to volunteer, if you do have artist skills, be sure to try to hit us up in the comment sections if you can.
Yeah, or I will. Nah, you guys just comment, I guess, and I will shoot you my email, I guess.
What do you think I was trying to say?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we're going on for a little while here. Infamous, I think this is going to do it for this podcast. Any words of wisdom?
Over so soon. I thought...
Well, we can't have these podcasts running for hours and hours on end. We gotta leave that to Dungeon and Dragon stuff.
Yes. Which also leads me to going on about how sometime in the future I'll be studying up on being a dungeon master, and most everybody from our group can join in on the fun.
Yeah. Anyways, for this, we're not gonna have any words of wisdom. We're not gonna have me say super all the time. But for this, we're going to go and choose our favorite. This episode is our favorite weapon. Go. Our favorite weapon from an anime.
Oh boy. Well, I say, well, then you know me. I just gotta go Dragon Slayer. Even though it is bigger and heavier than I am, it is sure a badass weapon.
Yeah. I have to go with Vash the Stampede's hand cannon. It is amazing. And I will show the images up on screen. Anyways, this is going to do it for the podcast. Have fun, guys. I know I wasn't gonna. I know I say I'm not gonna do this, but it's gonna take a while for me to adjust not to do this on this. So stay super, guys.
And we'll be seeing y'all down the trail.
Woof.